Howdy, 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 everybody. Welcome to Let's Paint. I'm your host, Trooper6, and we're going to dive right in here with the Death Tyrant and our new camera angle. Like I've probably warned you all before, you're going to have to bear with me when it comes to figuring out this new angle. Trying to figure out comfortable places to paint where I can still see the camera as well. But either way, why don't we kick this pig with some contrast paint, Skeleton Horde by Citadel Paints. Now, if anybody is saying, dude, that miniature's not primed, I want to say you're technically right. But these wizard models, or D&D, the official D&D models and everything, they come pre-primed is what they claim. Depending on the model, I'll still prime that damn thing, because I don't trust that. But these contrast paints also go on pretty thin, which also helps. But it's going to give that nice bone color. So if anybody's wondering what a Death Tyrant is and you didn't look it up, well, a Death Tyrant is basically what happens when a beholder dies. So we're going to say that this lovely, lovely Death Tyrant is now our dead beholder. The one that we painted in Season 1. You remember him? Red and yellow? Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I told a bunch of D&D stories. I don't know if it was a bunch, but it was the stuff I could remember it. You know, I don't really tell the stories a lot, so you kind of tend to forget a little bit. It helps when you're with the friends that were there. But I did have fun painting that thing. And I did go through some different ideas for color schemes for this guy instead of just going with the traditional skull. But I figured, dude, screw it. I want to try this paint. I've been very much liking the contrast paints. I still need to get my hands on some excuse me, on some Citadel speed paints. Because if I'm not mistaken, they're the same damn thing. Whew! Anybody who's a diehard of either one and took that offensively, well, my bad. Let's get that out of there. Get that out of there. We don't need it too thick. Not too thick. But anyway, so yeah. Our color scheme for the day, obviously we're using the Skeleton Horde, which is coming out awesome. But I've also got Army Painter Skeleton Bone. Mummy robe is in the tray if we need it. For the base, not going to do any kind of base effect. It already has a rocky platform. So I'm just going to take Steel Legion Drab, paint it brown. And then I am going to take that Racker, flesh, and dry brush over that, because last time I had done that, it didn't turn out too bad. You know, you just everything in moderation, as my dad would say. Everything in moderation. The good, the bad, the ugly, whatever it is, bub. He didn't add all that. That was me. Yeah, I want to say he wasn't that philosophical. I don't know. I don't think my dad ever talked philosophy with me. If he did, I'd never picked up on it. There wasn't a lot of stuff that my parents could do that could get through to me. And that's okay. But we're not here for that. We're here for this. And I find it very difficult not to talk about a certain movie that I just watched last night. Me and the family, fuck it. Yeah, me and the family watched Sonic 3. I don't want to talk bad about it because I like the first two. But I can't say, after my first viewing, my initial reaction, even mid-movie, I was like, what the fuck is this? What is going on? What the fuck? How the fuck? Why the fuck? Son of a bitch. All right, so we'll start with animation. It looks great. It looks fine. Some places it doesn't look quite right. There was a shot. It's at the end of the movie. All three Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, running, flying, whatever through the forest. And if they were trying to do like a whoa speed, like weird camera distortion thing, didn't quite come off that way. I don't know. It almost seems like they didn't exactly try. I know they did. I know they did. The actors, for one. I'm sorry, guys, but I've seen some better stuff out of you. I want to say they were committed, but I felt like, yeah, you're over this. You're over this role. The storyline seemed like it wanted to be there, and I was trying to follow it. It's not like it was complicated, and it didn't have to be. But I just, major spoiler warnings for people. Robotnik. I felt like this movie was a step in a backwards direction, and I was pretty disappointed with it. I was just like, damn, dude, are we damn. Like, first one was what it was. I wasn't expecting a masterpiece. Second one, I like it more, but I want to say it probably fell more flat than the first, but I couldn't tell you because I didn't look up those kind of statistics. I wasn't that interested. However, this one I can say I actually did not really enjoy it. No offense to Keanu Reeves, but I feel like he was miscast. I really feel like he was miscast in this because his voice doesn't have that deep of an impact. He has a very soft-spoken voice. Even when he yells, it doesn't really have much bite, at least not that I've seen so far. And I've been watching Keanu since he was I don't know what age, but Bill and Ted, Dracula. I'm pretty sure I've seen him in stuff where he was younger, and I just can't think of it right now. But yeah, Sonic 3 kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. I was very disappointed in that. A lot of the plot points, I was like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Them randomly being able to breathe in space. Now, when you're supersonic, all Super Saiyan mode, I'm not exactly gonna question it. But you're gonna tell me that this fucking hedgehog is gonna goddamn breathe on? They're sitting on the moon. They're sitting on the moon, and they're just talking. Really? One, there's a timer going on. If you guys hadn't wasted too much time with your little heart-to-heart to humanize each other and all that other shit, and connect, and you needed to have this pivotal moment, but you're sitting on the moon. You're not even in your supersonic form anymore. You're not. You're sitting there. Blue. Shadow's sitting there. Black. What the fuck are we doing? You're on the moon. And you're going to tell me that they survive. And my wife looked at me and she was like, well, they are aliens. I was like, I don't know. No, I don't know. I feel like he's as vulnerable as he is. You could shoot the dude and he'd be fine. He would die. All right. That's not to say that, of course, if anybody could survive a bullet, they could survive it. And I'm not saying anything like that. It's something didn't add up for me. All right. That did not add up to me. And my suspension of disbelief is harshly broken. If I'm wrong, fine. I'm wrong. But I really didn't like what had happened there. Now, because we had to do bathroom breaks and whatnot, I missed the part where Tom got injured and he was in critical condition. And I was like, well, they're not going to kill him off. I would really, really doubt that. If they did, I'd be like, wow, you guys had the balls. And then I would think, I bet you the actor, like, that was one of his conditions. But they didn't do it. Overall, it just... I don't know. The guy who played Stone did fantastic. He always did. Jim Carrey still did do fantastic for the parts that I liked. I don't know. His character's always been eccentric, but I feel like that was a little bit of too hard of a stretch. You're gonna spend 2 movies telling me, especially in the first movie, how intellectually superior he really is to everyone. And it's not an ego thing that I see from Robotnik. Yes, he does have an ego. Of course, he has a very destructive, engorged ego. Yes, I know that. It is backed up. He is a genius. He is supposed to be that smart. Which only further makes you wonder, how the hell is he getting beaten by Sonic? No offense to Sonic. It's just, how is... Maybe the guy isn't that... Oh. Maybe he's not that smart and I just am trying to take it too serious. I don't know. Part of the reason why I didn't want to talk about the movie, because I was like, I don't know if I'm taking it too serious, and everyone else was like, dude, maybe. But I thoroughly enjoyed the second movie. It was definitely my favorite out of the 3. But, yeah. I guess I didn't care to see Shadow that much. And there we go. Skeleton Horde. That looks pretty damn cool. I gotta say. I like it. That took us 12 minutes. So, let's get the Steel Legion Drab out. And we'll get working on that base. Now, all the eyes, all the orbs are supposed to be like a fluorescent red. And I just might do that. I have Spirit Stone Red right here, but I also have a Demonic Yellow from Army Painter. Because I figured, all right, if I'm going to do red, then I figured I'd make it some kind of special thing. I don't know. I wanted to try to jazz it up a little bit, so I figured the Spirit Stone Red would be an interesting idea, especially over this clear resin. I would like to see what that does. I wonder, because, you know, you're supposed to put the things like Spirit Stone Red and Waystone Blue or Waystone Green, whatever they are. You're supposed to put them over like a bright metallic or even white. And we're not going to do that. We're going to put it over this clear because I'm just curious. And it probably, if it doesn't even have any different effect, okay, at least I will know. And it would not be time wasted. It would be lessons and tricks learned. Or what you would think would be a trick. And it turns out to be just a waste of your time, so you don't have to do it again. Experimenting has been a very interesting game lately. Wish I could give you a date right now for when I'm recording this. I don't even know what the day is. It's February. It is February, I know that. Today might be the 14th? No, I'm sorry. Might be the 18th today. So I'm pretty sure the last date that I remember seeing was the 16th. And I've been awake one more time since then, so we'll see. We'll see. All right. And I'm seeing how I missed a couple spots. That's why I'm going back at the other angle. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean for that to be off camera for however long that was. It's pretty nice not having the camera like right in my face. Because it's also nice not clicking off the screen and then seeing all the all the spit marks from the spit flapping out of your lips while you're talking. And don't any of you ever try to tell me, well, if you fucking talk, shut up. You spit, you just don't know it. Especially if you're trying to enunciate loud, proper, clear. Damn, we're at 15 minutes and we're hitting everything here. There's a couple spots with the skeleton horde right in there at the eye that we're going to get real quick. All right. You see him? I think you do. Right in there. Right in there. Right around the eye. That's all we're going to do. Just bloop, 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 bloop. Get in there. Make sure it kind of cakes under the eye a little bit. Or pools under the eye. Around the base of the eye to make it look a little more cohesive and complete. And I wasn't sure how thick to lay on that paint, so I just kind of took it, slapped it right on there. All right. Let's see what this does. Spiritual. Is this new? It shouldn't be new. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. It looked like I was breaking the seal, and I was like, excuse the hell out of you. All right, Spirit Stone Red. Over this clear shit. Let's do this. And, well, it's not primed. I was like, wait, it's going on very not. Right, it's not primed. The eye is not primed. I'm pretty sure they just tell you that the thing is primed. And it ain't primed at all. But I don't know, because the base, right? The paint applied to it just fine. But I have painted models that were not primed, and the paint went on just fine. Like I said, I've experimented with this shit before. Woo! I think the Spirit Stone Red over this clear actually kind of works. I'm honestly not sure if other paint would have given me the same effect, and I'm not going to try them. But that looks cool. I'm very excited for that. Makes me want to put Imperial Fist yellow over it just to see what that does. It'll be too late to blend it with this red. So I probably am going to have to dry brush with the demonic yellow. However, this is looking so cool that I might not even dry brush that. I might take this downstairs, ask my wife, be like, dude, should I bother or should I let this let your soul glow? Oh, sorry if that was so off pitch and terrible for everyone. This is the first things that I've been saying today. So you're gonna have to bear with me. Usually when I'm recording, this is the first time that I'm speaking for the day. You know, getting my mind going. Still can't believe fucking Sonic, man. That killed me. That really killed me. You know, it turned out to be a meme. I believed it for a while, but it turned out to be a meme about Hayden Christensen being Shadow. And again, no offense, Keanu. I really did wish that we had Hayden Christensen. I think Keanu did a fantastic job with what he could, with what he's capable of doing. And I'm not saying that he's not capable of the character per se. I mean, I guess I am saying that. I thought he did a fine job, but I swear we could have gotten the right person. As I will still stand by that I'm pretty sure he was miscast. I feel like they wanted a really good name to throw on there, and I'm like, yes, I love Keanu. Everyone does. The man is a scholar. He's he is probably one of the best examples of goodness and humanity. You know, if an alien ever showed up and was like, "You show us one example of the best human being someone could probably be," and well, you could probably point the finger right there at Keanu. And you know what? I'm curious. We've got our skeleton bone here. And we've got 2033. So I'm going to paint these teeth real quick with the skeleton bone just to see what it's going to look like against the skeleton horde, because the skeleton horde is not done drying. So we're just going to take up a little bit more time with you guys, because this is probably now going to be a 2-episode part, a 2-episode deal. This even could be our one shot if I just go long enough. But no, I need things to dry. And if it did ended up being a one shot, I've tried working on what a one shot thumbnail would look like, and I can't get it. And if anybody hears the music in the background, I'm very sorry. It is the apartment music from Mass Effect 3 during, well, anytime you're in the apartment, you can turn on the music and it'll play stuff. That's how I found one of my favorite bands of all time, actually. But, yeah, it even has like the party music. And I'm not sure when I'm going to get around to painting the Mass Effect stuff for you guys, because I have a bunch. And I could take up a big section. Like I could do, if we were still doing one episode a week, I could probably do an entire season of Mass Effect stuff. It'd be no problem. 11, 12 miniatures. No problem. All right, but seeing as that we're at 22:34, things still need to dry, kinda. The skeleton horde looks like it's pretty much there. There's a couple spots that are still a little missed, where it went on a little too thin, so I can touch those up, and then, yeah. So there is a bit of a difference. Just a bit. All right. So yeah, we're going to let some stuff dry. I'm probably going to touch up some of the spots that I missed. And we'll take it from there. I'll see you guys on the next round. All right. Stay happy and healthy. May the Void Father guide your brush. I hope you guys liked Sonic 3. I have children. I'm most likely going to give it another chance. So either way, I'll see you guys in the next round. Later.